Alright, guys, big time fire danger in southern Colorado, and it's looking like we we have the most high fire danger in the United States right now. That means that Colorado's the number one wildfire priority, and it's only going to be getting worse from here, in all honesty, because it's really been just dry as a bone these past few days. Just 7 days ago, we had a wildfire watch. We had a fire watch for parts of Jefferson, Douglas, and Elbert counties in the afternoon and the evening on Sunday. So that was just last week. The April through July forecast shows above average, above normal wildfire potential in the state of Colorado. It's really getting bad out here, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my Facebook group. Firefighting AirTanker Chasers. Go back here to the news link. Copy the news link and go over here and paste the link into the group. I'm still eating breakfast here, guys, so bear with me. Wildfires in the news. There we go. Even though there's dry weather expected for most of Colorado, that does keep the severe weather at bay. Guys, I apologize that I'm eating during the stream here. I just gotta get some breakfast in me. So let me go over here. So let's go up here. November 3 to 8. Sierra Foxtrot, which is a PC-12. And it looks like it landed in Albuquerque, New Mexico. To help with the firefight there. Not lights streaming. Just a matter of time, guys. Just a matter of time before we get the big one. It's always good to talk with Andre. It's always good. So, November 328 Sierra Foxtrot landed in Albuquerque at 12:32 p.m. Flight time of 2 hours and 9 minutes.
This morning on 9 News Mornings, fires burning across Colorado. Those details.
Course map again, starting and ending in City Park. Going to go through Denver, cross over I-25 around Sloan's Lake into Lake.
Prepared in these final moments ahead of the Colfax Marathon. Even those of us who won't be running are going to be impacted by those road closures. We have that information for you in just a moment.
But first, we start off with some news from Aurora police telling us that 2 men are dead after a shooting at a strip mall in Aurora last night. According to the police department, officers were responding to calls of a shooting near 6th Avenue and Chambers Road. When officers arrived, they found 2 men had been shot and they were pronounced dead at the scene. Police say they're still figuring out exactly what led up to the shooting, but detectives do believe that everyone involved has been identified. They are asking, though, anyone with information to contact Metro Denver Crime Stoppers.
And this morning, a fire continues to burn in Durango. Durango Fire Rescue actually says the Ute Pass fire has now burned about 30 acres so far. Right now, there are no longer any evacuation orders. As of this morning, that fire is now 10% contained. And firefighters in Teller County do not have any containment on the High Park fire. This one started on Thursday night and has burned more than a square mile so far. People evacuated have the option to stay at local high schools, and the Teller County Sheriff's is asking the community for donations of water, Gatorade, cough drops, as well as eye drops. And a man is now facing charges in Colorado Springs where he is accused of starting a fire that damaged several fences. Investigators say he tossed smoldering ashes from a fire pit over a fence that burned about 25 acres on Thursday. It is now contained.
Keep all of that in mind as the warm weather, it is continuing today. Keely, I think the big question is, are we going to have wind along with that?
Yeah, those winds are going to pick up a little bit this afternoon once again. Not nearly as breezy as it has been in the past. We're just expecting a light breeze. Those winds picking up a little more as we head into tomorrow. Expect mostly sunny skies today. Temperatures getting up there to right around 80. It's going to be a cool night. There you see right there. And then we're looking at warm and breezy conditions tomorrow. So we're 80 today, a little bit cooler tomorrow as we have a front moving through, but still getting up to 76 degrees. Those winds still gusting up to about 20-25 miles per hour tomorrow. And we do have a slight chance for a thunderstorm in our forecast as we head into really the middle part of the week. We're looking at Monday, but most likely Tuesday or Wednesday. And then winds pick back up as we head into the second half of the week. But I'll tell you what, next Saturday is looking like we will get a decent shot for some showers, which we need. We'll have more on that coming up in your full forecast.
All right, Keely, thank you so much for that. Some of the smoke that you're actually seeing in southeastern Colorado is coming from the Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak fire in New Mexico. That has now burned more than 270,000 acres or more than 420 square miles and are moving further north as well as east. It's now the second largest fire in the state's history, and containment fell again. It is now at 30%. That fire actually burning where I went to church camp growing up.
No way, I did not know that.
Really devastating for a lot of people in that area.
That's absolutely awful. And as we have seen with so many fires in the past, a lot of Coloradans are helping out our neighbors in New Mexico. Yeah, that's right. North Metro Fire Rescue sent 4 of their firefighters actually down to assist. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon spoke with the engine boss who's there right now.
So we've been doing 16-hour operations of burning off, assisting hotshot crews.
The Calf Canyon Hermit's Peak Fire, New Mexico, has been relentlessly burning for a month now. When crews there needed help, North Metro firefighters from Broomfield answered their call.
Arizona and New Mexico have significant fires right now, where Colorado can lend a hand to those states and utilizing our resources. We'll do that.
On Sunday, Lieutenant John Cook and 3 other wildland firefighters were deployed 5.5 hours south. The crew has been working the night shift, making containment lines and protecting homes.
And then as Arizona and New Mexico's fire seasons slow down and Colorado starts to kick up, they lend resources back to Colorado. So it's a very give and take system across the country in that matter.
North Metro fire crews have already been deployed 3 times this year to New Mexico and Nebraska.
It's going to be a very busy season for us.
Engineer paramedic Alberto Lopez says sharing their resources with other fire departments across the country is extremely important, especially for massive fires that New Mexico is dealing with right now.
Nobody has that much manpower to kind of deal with those. So it's really amazing to see that at any time we're gonna help each other no matter what.
He says while some of their crew is deployed, other firefighters pick up overtime to make sure their district is covered. And they know if they need help in the future, departments from across the country would be willing to come help.
But yeah, it is a very unique and amazing experience to be part of just a massively large department, even though we're all separate.
Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Yeah, also tracking other departments that are doing the same and heading to New Mexico to help. The Rocky Mountain Area Coordination Center says there are at least 149 wildland fire resources currently assigned from Colorado. That's going to cover everything from firefighting to fire engines. The North Metro fire crew will be staying in New Mexico for another week, and then they'll be coming back home to Broomfield.
Well, fire mitigation certainly has the power to save homes across Colorado, but not every Coloradan or local fire department can afford it.
If you think about the effort that it would take for us to mitigate the forest in our beloved mountains, it would be astronomical in terms of pricing and the amount of people that it would take to perform this.
You know, and spending more on mitigation would help certain parts of the state, but it's not as realistic in certain areas like the Eastern Plains. Hugo Fire says it's actually harder to ask farmers and ranchers to mitigate the same land they rely on for income, because that could actually mean lost production as well as, of course, that money. And state legislators passed several bills on fire mitigation at the end of its session this week. One would provide grants for local departments working on mitigation. Another would focus on supporting volunteer firefighters. They are now waiting on the governor's signature. And there will be no open fires in Summit County this summer. Summit Fire actually announced this week that they are pulling all active open fire permits, plus a ban on open burning from Memorial Day to Labor Day. Summit Fire plans to stop issuing burn permits in the summertime going forward, and admitted that the burn ban might actually extend into the fall. The county says the risk of someone unintentionally starting a wildfire really outweighs the benefits of burning slash piles.
Xcel Energy is a step closer to being able to charge Coloradans $500 million for expensive energy that was brought during a winter storm last year. So at the time, company meteorologists did not anticipate those extreme temps ahead of time, so Xcel didn't buy additional supplies. But then that storm got closer, the forecast changed, and then several energy companies, including Xcel, ended up buying natural
So yeah, guys, that pretty much puts a handle on it. Puts a nail in our coffin. So I'm going to end the live video here. Please don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. Fire Tanker Junkie 124475